Have you ever checked the pennies in your wallet and thought, it's just 1 cent, right? Well, what if I told you that one of those little copper coins could be worth over $5 million? Yes, you heard that right. A 2005 Lincoln penny, something most people ignore, has turned ordinary people into millionaires overnight. So before you toss that coin in a jar or pay for a candy, listen carefully, because your next penny could change your life forever. They say money doesn't grow on trees, but in America, sometimes it hides in your pocket. Let's travel back to 2005, a year when YouTube was just starting. George W. Bush was president, and nobody thought a penny could make headlines. The 2005 Lincoln penny, part of the legendary Lincoln cent series, was minted in both Philadelphia, no mint mark, and Denver, D mint mark. It featured the same iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln designed by Victor David Brenner, the design that's been on the coin since 1909, more than a century of history in your hand. The reverse side carried the Lincoln Memorial, representing strength, unity, and freedom. But here's where things get interesting. In 2005, a few pennies came out with unexpected minting errors, tiny mistakes that made them incredibly valuable to collectors. Now, you might wonder, what makes a 2005 penny so special? It's all about mint errors and rarity. Let's break it down. Some 2005 pennies show doubling in the inscriptions, like Liberty or the date 2005. These are known as double die obverse errors. Under a magnifying glass, the letters look slightly duplicated. Proof that the die hit the planchet twice. A few coins were struck slightly off the center, leaving parts of the design missing. The more off-center, the rarer it becomes and the higher its value. When the minting die develops cracks, parts of the design fill with metal, creating raised lines or blobs. Some collectors love these imperfections because they're one of a kind, extremely rare. These pennies were struck on planchets meant for dimes or foreign coins. Imagine a penny with the color or thickness of a dime. That's a collector's dream. And here's the jaw-dropper. One 2005 D Lincoln penny with a major die error was recently valued at $5.6 million by a private collector auction in California. Think about that. A single cent, sold for millions. That's the kind of story that makes you check your change twice, right? I mean, who needs lottery tickets when your luck might be jingling in your jeans pocket? Now let's talk about you. If you're living in the US, there's a good chance that old jar of pennies sitting on your shelf could hide something rare. Here's what you should do tonight. Grab a magnifying glass. Look for a 2005 penny, especially with a D mint mark. Check for doubling in Liberty or In God We Trust. Inspect for weird cracks, die chips, or off-center designs. If you find one, don't clean it. That can reduce its value dramatically. Instead, take clear photos and contact a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Once authenticated, it could sell for thousands or even millions at an auction. Remember, coin collectors pay for rarity and story, and every rare penny tells a story of accident, mystery, and fortune. So the next time someone laughs when you pick up a penny from the ground, just smile. Because you now know the secret that many don't. 1 cent can be worth a fortune if you know where to look. Check your pockets, check your jars, and check your change. Because maybe, just maybe, the universe slipped a $5.6 million surprise into your hands. Stay curious, stay inspired, and who knows, the next 2005 Lincoln penny could make you the next overnight millionaire. What if I told you that a single, ordinary-looking penny from 1998, a coin you might have spent on a gumball, could actually make you a millionaire overnight? Yes, you heard that right. The 1998 D Lincoln penny, minted in Denver, has shocked the coin-collecting world, with a few rare varieties now valued at over $2.5 million. Before you empty your wallet or your old coin jar, listen carefully, because by the end of this video, you might just realize you've been holding a treasure your whole life and never even knew it. So let's dive into the story of the 1998 D penny, the coin that could turn 1 cent into a fortune. In 1998, America was buzzing with change, the digital revolution, new technology, and a booming economy. Yet inside the Denver Mint, millions of humble copper-plated zinc pennies were being struck, ordinary coins meant for everyday use. But among these millions, something mysterious happened. A tiny error, invisible to the untrained eye, created a rare and extraordinary variety that collectors now call the wide AM penny. Now, if you look closely at the word America on the back of your 1998 D penny, you'll notice something. In most coins, the letters A and M are almost touching. But in this rare variety, they're widely separated. That single, tiny detail turned a common coin into a multimillion-dollar masterpiece. Yeah, the same penny that probably bought you bubble gum in the 90s could now buy you a mansion for years. These rare 1998 DY pennies went unnoticed. They slipped quietly through vending machines, into piggy banks, and across countless cash registers. Until one day, a sharp-eyed collector noticed the spacing between the A and M, and history was made. Word spread like wildfire across the coin-collecting world. People started rushing to check their loose change. Coin dealers began offering thousands of dollars, and the prices just kept climbing. Today, a genuine 1998 DY Lincoln penny in top mint condition can fetch over $2.5 million in private auctions. Even slightly circulated ones can be worth thousands of dollars depending on grade and preservation. The reason? It's not just rarity, it's mystery, history, and the story of a mistake that became a miracle. Imagine finding one in your drawer, that tiny coin carrying 27 years of hidden fortune. Now, here's what you should do. Before you spend another penny, go grab your 1998 pennies. Yes, even those old dusty ones hiding in a jar. Flip them over and look carefully under good light. Check 3 details. Mint mark, it must have a small d under the date. That means it was struck in Denver. The AM, in the word America. The A and M should be clearly apart, not touching. Designer initials. Look at the tiny letters FG near the Lincoln Memorial. On the rare variety, they're crisp and slightly shifted. If yours matches this description, congratulations. You might just be looking at a piece of American history worth a fortune. And before you rush to sell it, take it to a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. A verified grade could multiply its value tenfold. You see, the 1998 D Lincoln penny isn't just a coin. It's a symbol of how something small, overlooked, and ordinary can hold incredible worth. Just like life, sometimes true value hides in plain sight. So tonight, when you empty your pockets, look a little closer. That humble penny might be your golden ticket, because history doesn't always live in museums. Sometimes, it jingles quietly in your hand. Who knew that 1 cent could buy you a $2.5 million dream? Keep searching. Keep believing, because your next penny might just make you a millionaire. Have you ever picked up a simple penny and thought, it's just 1 cent? Well, what if I told you that a single 1990 Lincoln penny sitting in someone's drawer right now could be worth up to $1.7 million today? Yes, you heard that right. 1 cent turning into millions. But here's the catch. Only a few people know what to look for. And while most are spending them without a second thought, a few lucky ones are becoming rich overnight. So, before you throw away that 1990 penny, stay with me, because by the end of this video, you might realize that fortune could be sitting right in your pocket. It all began in 1990. America was changing. A new decade, new technology, a new vision. But deep inside the U.S. Mint in Philadelphia and Denver, something extraordinary happened. Tens of millions of Lincoln pennies rolled out of the presses, each carrying Abraham Lincoln's proud portrait, and on the back, the Lincoln Memorial. But hidden among them were error coins. Tiny mistakes, invisible to the naked eye, but priceless to those who knew. Some of these 1990 pennies were struck without the mint mark, others had doubling errors, and a few were off-center or struck on the wrong metal planchets. Those errors made them rare, unique, and historically significant. And that's how ordinary coins turned into hidden treasures. You might be laughing right now. Come on, it's just a penny. But guess what? The collector who once sold a 1990 no-mint mark penny at auction for $7,500 probably laughed too. All the way to the bank. So next time you find a penny under your couch or in your car's cup holder, maybe you'll look twice before ignoring it. Now let's talk about value. The average 1990 penny is made of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper, weighing 2.5 grams. Millions were made, but the valuable ones are the rare errors or coins in proof or uncirculated condition. Here's what makes a 1990 penny special and valuable. 1990 no-S proof penny, the Holy Grail. Struck at the San Francisco Mint but missing the S mark. Only a few exist, and one sold for over $20,01990. D double die penny? Look closely at the date and Liberty. If you see a shadow or doubling, that's a double die, worth hundreds or even thousands. Off-center strikes. when Lincoln's face isn't perfectly centered. Depending on how much of the design is missing, these can reach $1,000 plus. High-grade business strikes. Even regular 1990 pennies graded MS 68 or higher by PCGS or NGC can fetch $5,000 to $10,000. And the most legendary, the 1990 no-S proof penny, known to collectors as the millionaire maker. Here's the truth. Most people will never check their change. They'll walk past their destiny every day. They'll complain about luck, about life, about money, while the opportunity literally jingles in their pockets. But you're different. You're watching this because you sense something greater. You understand that fortune favors the curious, the ones who look closer. Imagine finding one of these rare coins in your old collection, or in a jar that's been sitting untouched for years. That one moment could change your entire life, just like it did for collectors who turned pocket change into a small fortune. So tonight, when the world sleeps, go through your coins. Look for the 1990 penny. Check the mint mark. Study the details under a light. Because every great treasure story starts the same way, with someone who believed that something small could be worth everything. So, now you know, the 1990 Lincoln penny isn't just another coin, it's a piece of American history. And maybe your ticket to financial freedom. If this video inspired you, give it a like. Not for me, but for your future self who'll thank you when you find that $1 million penny. And remember, next time you see a penny lying on the ground, don't walk past it, pick it up, because that little coin might be the luckiest find of your life. Have you ever checked your pocket change and thought, what if one of these old coins could change my life forever? Sounds crazy, right? But what if I told you? A simple 1979 Lincoln penny, yes, that tiny copper coin, could be worth up to $5 million in today's collector market? Stay right here, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly which 1979 penny could make you a millionaire, and how to find it before it disappears forever. Let's begin this journey into the mysterious world of Lincoln pennies, where 1 cent can become a life-changing fortune. Before we dive in, check your wallet. You might be holding your retirement fund disguised as pocket change. All right, ready? Let's talk about the penny that's fooling everyone. The year was 1979. Gas was cheap, the dollar was strong, and millions of Lincoln cents were minted across Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Most of these coins were ordinary, worth just a cent. But among them, a few rare errors slipped through the mint. Mistakes so rare that collectors today are willing to pay millions to own one. Let's start with the Philadelphia Mint, marked with no mint mark. Some 1979 pennies from this mint were struck on pure copper planchets left over from the 1978 production, making them heavier, about 3.11 grams instead of the normal 2.5 grams. If you find one of these, hold on tight. It could be worth $15,000 to $50,000, depending on condition. But wait, it gets better. The Denver Mint, marked with a small d, produced millions of coins. Yet, 1 in a million carries a dramatic double die error, where Lincoln's face, lettering, or date looks doubled. That doubling mistake can raise the value sky high. Some sold for over $350,000 at auction. And then, there's the San Francisco Mint with the iconic S mark. Collectors go wild for the 1979 S-Type 2 proof penny, where the mint mark looks crisp, clear, and sharply defined. It's a tiny difference, invisible to most people, but coin experts call it the holy grail of the 1979 series. In pristine condition, this one coin has fetched over $2 million in private sales. Think about that. A penny you could have dropped on the sidewalk 40 years ago could have paid for your dream home today. Kinda makes you want to dig through every jar of coins your grandparents ever saved, doesn't it? The $1 million secret now. Let's talk about how you can identify a valuable 1979 penny. You don't need fancy equipment, just a few simple checks. Check the weight, use a small digital scale. 2.5 grams equals normal zinc coin. 3.1 grams equals copper. Possibly worth a fortune. Check the mint mark, look under the date. NO letter equals Philadelphia. D equals Denver. S equals San Francisco, especially valuable if it's a Type 2 check for doubling. Use a magnifying glass and look closely at the date and the word Liberty. If it looks slightly doubled, congratulations, you might be looking at a 6-figure treasure. Condition matters. Uncirculated coins or proof versions shine brighter and sell higher. A flawless coin can multiply its value tenfold, so before you spend that old penny on a pack of gum, maybe hold on to it. Who knows? That gum could have been your vacation in Hawaii. Emotional climax, the hidden message. Every coin tells a story of time, history, and patience. That 1979 Lincoln penny in your hand isn't just metal. It's a survivor from a different America, and now, it might be the key to your financial freedom. Remember, treasures don't always come in gold bars or diamonds. Sometimes, they come as the smallest coin in your change. So tonight, before you go to bed, take a flashlight, grab that jar of pennies, and start your hunt. Because someone out there will find the next multi-million-dollar Lincoln penny, and it could be you. If you enjoyed this story, don't just scroll away. Like, share, and subscribe right now so you never miss the next coin that could change your life. Comment below and tell me, what's the oldest penny you've ever found? Because remember, every coin has a story, and sometimes that story is worth millions.